Okay, just one. Are you in tune? People are waiting outside because we can get them in.
Do you want me to give you an intro or you just
1, 2. No, they don't know. Colonel Parker once told me, Elvis's manager said to me, he said, Dick, I never had Elvis ever introduced. He said if they didn't know who they came to see, they paid too much money. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, give you a little edge on this too. A little bit of edge, a little bit more fatter, and a little bit of volume, and I'll work the mic. I'm not one of those screamers. I don't grab the mic and go, ah! I don't do that crap. I go like the old demon.
You're my hero, Jimmy.
Hello everybody, my name is Johnny Cash. That cool or what? Okay, let's try something before the people come in. Try anything. See, you got punished. You got punished. You're punished what your father says. 1, 2. Yeah, can I have more volume on the microphone? That way I'll work the mic. That way I don't have to scream. What? Well, I'm going to play it in 2 different speeds so that they'll see it's 2 different songs. All right.
My grill or what, man?
But we can let them in. We can let them in. Hi everybody, come on in. We're just making up this stuff. We don't plan anything. Just making something up. Who let you in my bedroom? This is my living room. I mean my living room. Excuse me. How many songs? How many songs were you playing?
20.
I'm here as long as I want to be. What? All right, you guys. Is everybody in? Coming in? You come on in. Sit on the floor. Do something. Just make believe you're in the living room. Come on in. All right, you guys tell me when to stop. That's all. You guys gotta tell me when to stop. I mean, this is Sunday. You're gonna go like this. This is Jimmy, my son. He just turned 16 January the 13th. Again, a very frustrated father with a 16-year-old son. He's going on 19. Okay, you guys ready? It's good to see you here. What's going on? What? I thought they just wanted to see what we look like. Are you ready? Okay, you ready? Yeah. All right. I'm a hopeless romantic. So I love the Romantico from Ricardo. So I wrote a song called Esperanza. It's very beautiful. It means hope. In fact, when I wrote this, I flew my plane. I was flying down in Cabo San Lucas, and then I was flying up into the mountains over Mexico, and then I landed right up in the flat tops of the mountains. And there was no way to go down to the ocean. It was about 7 miles away. And this a little old wooden wheels and a little buggy pulled by a cow came by, and they were delivering their meat to the different families that were up there in the little Hogan huts made out of the mud and the sticks of the creosote bushes and things like that. And they looked at me, and they saw my heart, my corazon, so that they gave me a ride all the way down to the beach. And so I met their children. They didn't speak any English. We were just like sign language together, but they had a little guitar, so I went and picked up the guitar, and I started writing a little song for them called Esperanza, meaning hope, because the skies up there, they could see how dark it was from smoke from the cities way far. So this means hope, and I dedicated it to the children in the high mountains. Here we go. Wait, in fact, watch Jimmy. He's going to match me note for note, and you're not going to supposedly not hear double strikes. You're going to hear like bump, 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 and you're going to see 4 hands going, but you're only going to hear 1 note, hopefully. Ready? Are you up there trying to get your volume up? Because mine sounds pretty powerful. Hit your string so you can hear it. Oh no, you don't get. No, turn it up. You gotta turn it up. I'm gonna whack you. You know, I'm your father. You do what I say. Are you ready? One note, did you hear the one note? Going up there, you didn't hear it. You heard that? Want to hear it again?
Yes.
Well, are you ready, Luke? Go with the flow. The flow, that was it. Are you ready? Now. Oh, I heard a separation somewhere. No, it wasn't me. Turn the amp up. Okay, do it. Now, ready? You're going to hear if it was you or me. They're going to listen. Now. Did you hear the note? You ready? Now. You heard it right. He was him. Now. Wow, that was on, right? Now. You paying attention? Okay. Now we're going to do it all over again. Now. I got goosebumps. Yeah, Esperanza. Did you feel that? You feel it in your corazon, in your heart? All right, here's one. Now this is for truckers when they're driving down the road, you know. And those hours they gotta drive. They go like this. Watch this. What do you mean no? What? Like that one? We just made it up. We just make up that crap. We don't even know what we're doing next. This one here, this is, you know, somebody was talking about how I was explaining it on the last time we were just playing that because I play so percussive, because drums was my first instrument, and of course Jimmy, he's been playing drums since he was like 12 and a half months old, sitting on a little. You were 12 and a half months old, you were sitting on a little thing like this, and you're going digga 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 digga, because the guy sent me the tape, the video, I got it. So anyway, it's recorded, it's on videotape. Does anybody have a 16-year-old at home? Yeah, well, anyway, he was doing that, and then all of a sudden I taught him the old Gene Krupa method, because Gene Krupa was the man who made drums the first solo instrument in a big band. And I was raised on big band, I was raised in country and stuff like that. On my trumpet, I was playing Louis Armstrong and Harry James and things like that. Keyboard and piano was my favorite because I used to play the beautiful La Paloma love songs to my mom when she had a stroke, and she would just listen to me play the piano for her all the time. Then Jimmy would lay underneath the piano while I'm doing like Dr. Zhivago, Exodus, and La Paloma, and he'd go, "Hey Dad, who wrote that song?" He goes, "The guy's a genius." And he'd get on the piano when I'd leave, and he'd just start copying. So we play by ear. We've never had a lesson in anything like, you know, I don't know what an augmented, I'm not a guitar player. I don't know what an augmented 9th or 13th is. I can't even play the scale. So, but who cares? As long as I make it scream with pain or pleasure. And that's what I do. So this is very percussive, like I'm playing drums when I go tick-a-tick-a-tick-a-tick. You better not make faces. I'm going to see the tape on this thing afterwards. And if I see you doing things, no motorcycle for you on this. No. Okay. Well, you can't practice with your band. This band is FCC, Forever Came Calling. They just did a CD. Really kicking CD. Get on Google. and just go FCC, then Forever Came Calling, and then it'll show the new record, just play it, and it's kicking, it's kick butt. Okay, this is going to be two types of things. We're going to record this, I call it the Bond, because when I first started doing this rhythm, even Jimmy said, I couldn't figure out a place to go, and he said, well, Dad, why don't you put this part in? He goes, hey, I'm teaching you. He says, yeah, but the son can teach the father too. So I listened to what he had to say, and he put his part in here. So this is called the Bond. It's not completed yet, but we're going to do it in a big symphonic style with timpanis and then it stops and goes into a beautiful Latino piece that I wrote called The Oasis of Mara. It's like Antonio Banderas walking down the dirt road with two guitar cases with the machine guns in them. You know that movie, you saw it. Okay, watch this. This is the percussion way of picking. It goes like on drums when you go. Now watch. Now it's a Dick Dale trademark sound, but can you hear the one and the two and like that? All right, here we go. Watch this. This is going to be rough. Huh? Do you realize how many people are looking at you if you're doing any funny things? And they're going to say that he's not really respectful and stuff like that. You're going to be respectful.
Trying.
They're trying? Is he trying? There we are. No, thank you. Ready for this. right. This is a more of a fun. Check it out right now. So you know. All right, now watch this one. Well. You know, you don't get no more dippity dots. I'm not buying no more dippity dots. That's all.
No more dipping dots.
Yeah, that's what it does. It's the sugar. The sugar makes him go wacko.
Definitely.
That's what it does. You're not paying attention. All right. Are you ready? Do you remember when you used to do this? When I used to do like this, someone like this, and you were kind of fooling with me. You were just mimicking me when like that. I went. And you went and played the same thing. Remember that? You're gonna. All right. This is, did anybody hear that song before? It's like the Wildwood Flower. Say yeah.
Yes. Yes, we
What?
do.
You know, you're going to lose a lot of fans if you say that.
No, it's
They didn't say yeah.
my friend.
Huh? Oh, you and your friend.
Yes.
Oh, okay, well then, keep you and your friends till we finish playing and let them say yeah. He just said, everybody goes, yeah.
No, that was not. Never mind, just.
Okay, follow me. You think you're going to follow me on this? Huh? You ready? Now that was kind of neat. Okay, thanks for coming. Well, I took all that energy out of me. Now I'm gonna have to have some of those dippity dots. What? Or, watch. Well, my baby's gonna leave me all alone and blue. Well, my baby's gonna leave me. She took all my shoes. Well, I'm all alone. Oh, Lord, what am I gonna do? right, okay, here, this is one that you can all join in before we'll do another one, and so and so. They just told me I'm supposed to quit. Gonna be rebels like me and don't quit.
Yeah.
So okay, we'll squeeze a couple more. Did you have fun so far?
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this: was it worth the wait in line? Yeah. Okay, here we go. Watch this one. This one, when I go like this, I go. This was really bitching. We were asked to do this about 4 years in a row, and we just never could do it because we were on tour. There is this big, what do they call it? It's a big, man, what do they call that thing on telephone? It's a big giant telephone, yeah. And they had all these priests and everything wearing the big robes and everything. The rabbis, yeah. And they even gave me one of these Hanukkah things, what do you call them? Yamahas. You put it on the back, top of your head. It's a what?
Yarmulke.
Yarmulke, oh. But anyway, but it was so busy because we all, they could feel what we were doing. And so when we started playing the song for them, they go, because we danced with the rabbis and everything. They taught it. They wanted to teach Jimmy how to talk the other kind of talk, whatever it was. It's the Hebrew. And it was beautiful. I mean, it was amazing. And they took a liking to him. It was amazing. They took him under their arm, and they give us emails in Hebrew, which I can't understand. But the thing lies is, and they took him into their family. And so when we started playing this, they all started coming out dancing, with the big hats, and the big long beards and the long black coats and everything. Man, I thought it was Tombstone, but it was amazing. It was crazy. And they were dancing, and they just forgot about everything because they got. What I'm trying to say is, the moral of the story is, music takes the savage out of the beast. And when I perform in concert, I have leather jackets. I got tattoos, I got skinheads, I got teachers bringing their 14-year-old kids coming to see him. I used to see this guy when I was 14. They got all kinds of people coming to see me because they feel what we play, because it is playing to the natural, to the grassroots people. This is the music that we play. So when you play to people, it's one thing. But when you play to musicians, it's another. So when I tell the musicians, play to the people, the grassroots people, because if you want to go and show off all this other fancy crap and everything you're doing, do that in a jam session. That's what jam sessions are for. Just jam and do it. But it is the people who make $3.50 an hour working at McDonald's, filling up a stadium. Those are the ones that come to see you. They don't know what an augmented 9th or a 13th is. So play to them. Play the music that they like. So when I start playing something and I see somebody's eyes sparkle, then I know I'm doing the right thing, and I continue to play that. So when we were playing, when we played finally for this telethon, they said it was the best time that they had ever had, the best fun they ever had. I even took my Yamaha thing home. I got that sitting right up in my room and everything like that. And that's what it's all about. So we're gonna do what they did, but you're gonna be a part of it, because when I go like this, the song, it goes like this, you're gonna recognize it because it was their song. It goes dun digga dun digga dun 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 digga dun digga dun 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 digga dun digga dun 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 dun. Hey! No, it's not oi. You don't go oi. It's no oi. It's hey! Like that. From the groin, the gut. Hey! No oi. Alright? We don't have to rehearse it, they know it already. Ready? Are you ready? Oh, one quick rehearsal, we'll see what happens. You're going, hey, put in 50 cents and flip up the time. Hey, it's hey. I want to hear hey, like somebody poked you with hey. Not it's hey. Ready? What? Hey! Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
No, what? I seriously did.
You didn't hear them go, A, how loud they were?
Oh, yeah.
Was that cool? Pick up your guitar, will you? Alright, you ready? Here we go. That's my son. Hey! I'm an Aguila. Oh! Did you feel that? Hey! You were good. You were right on. You went, hey! Alright, we'll end it with this one. Quentin Tarantino, when I was in concert, most people make a movie first, and then they put the sound to it afterwards. Because they play they call them rushes, they play the film, and they go, oh, the car's going around the corner, and just go, like that. But Tarantino does it differently. He gets a song, and he just plays it over and over, and he gets this energy, and he creates this, he sees a movie in his head, and coming from the energy of the song. So we were in concert, and he gave my bass player a note, and it said, my name is Quentin Tarantino, I'm going to talk to Dick Dale. And my bass player didn't know who Quentin Tarantino was, so he threw the note away. It's a true story, yeah. I have a new bass player now, but anyway, so what happened was, then he found me later on, and he said, Dick, man, he says, your song is like a masterpiece, it's like the good, bad, and the ugly, and he goes, man, and when you do the trumpet on there, it's like very heraldic, like Ben-Hur. And so what happened was, he says, can I use your song? I want to just play it over and over, and I want to just get the energy, and I want to create a masterpiece of a movie to complement the masterpiece of your song. And I said, yeah, and I've always been a kind of a rebel in the business about telling the kids, don't go signing with these big giant labels right off the bat, because they will make you feel kind of neat, like you're a big star, and they'll give you some money up front, and then the next thing you know, you're signing your life and all the rights to your copyrights to your music that you're making. You'll never see a dime. So, and they'll always say it's because we are spending money to promote you guys, giving them these fancy buses and everything like that. But where do you think the money's coming from to pay for these fancy buses and everything else? It's coming from the royalties that these kids should be being paid and made. So they will never see a dime. You're much better off, I tell them, if they go and record their own CD, go out and pound on the doors and play in all these different places and build up a following. And instead of them promising you anywhere from 35 cents to 50 cents for every CD sold, which you'll never see, you can sell your CD for like $15 to the people or $12 to the people. And it'll cost you a couple bucks to make it, and then that money, you'll get the full amount of money that you can go and invest in yourself and continue to go on and build it just like a giant pyramid. And plus, you will be able to give your children the music rights of the songs that you have written. Nobody else will ever take it away from you. So do that. Don't be so quick to be put on the cover of a magazine and think you're a big star, because you're going to pay for it the rest of your life. Do your own stuff. And now, with all the stuff that's coming out today, right now Jimmy's doing we're working at home with our Macs and stuff like that. I know guys have PCs and that's what these are. But anyway, but the Macs, piece of doo-doo. I didn't swear. We got kids in here. PC, piece of doo-doo. No. You know, I gotta tell you something. We were in San Francisco and they asked me to play for this big computer convention, right? And everybody, all PCs, right? But the whole convention was run on Macs in the back. And I'm standing up there going, there's 8,000 people there, all dressed up in black suits, and they're going, they're just really, and I'm supposed to make them feel happy. So I played a nice Spanish song in the beginning, and they all smiled, and I said, see, I told you we would win. I'm standing up here, and you're down there, and I got a Mac. I got an iPhone. What, do you have a PC? Do you? No, you're looking around. Yeah, what do you have? What do you got? What do you guys got? You got a dinosaur? Hey, listen, mine, you know what I had? My first one was a 48K Apple. And it was these little floppy pieces of plastic. And before that, you know what I had? The same thing. And this used to run Disneyland. They used to run all the birds and the talking birds and the singing birds and everything underground with their computers. But those computers, you had to put a tape, you know, little tapes that you play, little 8 tracks or whatever they call them, the old time tapes. They put a tape in the machine and you had to wait 20 minutes for the computer to actually turn on properly. Can you imagine that? Little old tape, that's how far back I go. So, no, I don't think you got a dinosaur compared to mine. Then I got the 48K and I was a Mr. Big, you know, like that. It was cool. Then I got 64K. And then it was, oh man, I was like driving in a Rolls Royce, you know, like that. So anyway, on the computers today, on the PCs, on the Macs, I'm telling them, I mean, I'm sharing about their life. They say they got a dinosaur, and I'm telling them, I had a dinosaur. That's the difference. Just be patient. Just be patient. They're sitting down. They're not going nowhere. So the thing is this. So anyway, you can get these things like GarageBand, and I don't know what they call for PCs. There's another thing for PCs that you can use, and your kids can plug into it and just start they can do this. And you see it right on the computer going bum 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 bum, and then they can go put another track in. They can go like that, and you see the other track doing it. And I mean, this kid's gonna be 5 years old doing this stuff. And what a better way to have your children do something instead of being out in the street corner messing with drugs and booze, huh?
Amen.
Yeah, get them a computer and just watch their MySpace.
There you go.
Alright. Huh? I shut your MySpace off because you're gonna fucking messing around with it. Okay, what was I gonna do?
Look at him.
What was I gonna do? We're gonna do this. Oh, Quentin Tarantino. So Quentin Tarantino turned around and he said, let me, hey, I'm doing pretty good. What are you talking about? I had an elderly moment and everything stopped for a minute. Yes. So Quentin Tarantino turned around and he went, and I was in Amsterdam, and we came back. He stayed in the same hotel, and all of a sudden he spun this little round and around and around, and he created the movie Pulp Fiction, and he says, go see it and tell me what you think of it. And Liz Lou was right in the front of the whole thing, and look what it did for John Travolta. He's flying jets, and I'm only flying twin engines, and that's it. But anyway, and then the Black Eyed Peas. You've heard of the Black Eyed Peas, right? You know, pump it louder. They do all that stuff. I know what they're saying. But they asked me if they could write words to me playing the Mizaloo, and that's another big multi-million song. So music is endless. Time is endless. Are you ready? Turn the volume up so I can hear the slide. Is it all the way up? You gotta be kidding me. Turn your big button knob up. Well, you gotta really kick it in the spot. Alright, now make your ears bleed. Alright?
They are. They are.
1, 2, 3.
Right here. One, two, three. Thanks. I hope y'all